Good morning, all.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to see you here today. You know, from time to time, we are pleased to have a visitor from that lovely little town of Lake Inasmuch. You all know where Lake Inasmuch is, don't you? It's not far from. That's right, you do know. I'm so glad because here today is none other than Fannie Mae Goose.
Hello! Good morning everyone. I am so glad to see you all sitting up straight and paying attention.
Good morning, Fannie Mae. I'm so glad you're pleased.
Oh.
I know that as a teacher you have certain expectations as you address a group.
I certainly do. How are we to learn if we don't have our learning attitudes with us? How are we to grow in knowledge and understanding if we aren't listening with our growing and learning ears? How are we to
Wow,
learn?
Hey, you're just an amazing teacher. You just get right to the heart of the matter, don't you? I suspect we can have expectations of you too, can't we?
Expectations? Like what?
Well, I know that you've been in charge of the community garden for for a while now, haven't you?
Oh, yes. It's one of my greatest joys, you know. While I keep the place organized, I also get to do some teaching.
Like what, Fannie Mae?
Oh, you know, when to plant certain things, how much water different parts of the garden need, what not to plant. No one will touch the okra. Don't bother.
This is just great. I've got a few gardening questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, dear, please, go ahead. Like you said, I've been doing this for a while now.
How do seeds grow into plants?
Oh, dear. That's a science question, isn't it? I thought we were talking about gardens today.
Oh, no, Fannie Mae. It's in our gospel reading today. Jesus talks about how a person scatters the seed and then it sprouts. How does that happen?
You know, there's an interesting thing about tomatoes, you know. If you have a wire form, it can be very helpful for having healthy, good-sized fruit.
That's nice. Now, teacher, teach us about how the seed sprouts and grows and becomes something we can use.
I don't know.
What? I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't know.
Fannie Mae, I'm just not getting what you're saying. I know that sometimes in a big room, well then again, you're used to teaching in a big room, aren't you? I'm so sorry. What was that about how a seed sprouts and grows?
Okay, I don't know. You happy? I don't know. It's something about DNA and riboflavins and nature and soil and sunlight and survival and water. I don't know. It just happens. It just happens.
Nay, I didn't mean to upset you. It's just that Jesus is talking about it in our passage. I thought you're such a wonderful teacher. Maybe you could possibly take a little moment to teach us, to share a little bit of wisdom from your garden experience. I'm so sorry.
Oh, weepy on me. One of us isn't enough. It's just that this is one of those things that we have to approach with faith.
Faith?
Yeah. We plant the seeds we gather, we do what we can to help out, but the fact is that if the seed is going to become anything, it's up to God.
Up to God.
God is the source of life, and a plant is a living thing. You know, a seed seems empty and lifeless, but in God's hands, it comes to life and is beautiful and useful and grand. You know, a seed that seems to be pretty much useless can become something so special and useful in God's kingdom when brought to life by the love of God.
Oh, Fannie Mae.
Oh, I know. It seems like I'm just passing the buck, but what other answer is there? It's really up to God.
No, Fannie Mae. Your answer is perfect and inspiring.
Inspiring? Me? Really?
Oh, you're such a teacher, acting like you didn't know anything just so we would pay attention and learn. I've learned so much today. Thank you, Fannie Mae.
I taught you today? Oh, I taught you today. Yes, I guess I did. Can't fool you, can I? Just remember, class, our job is to spread the seed and watch what God can do with it when we follow through with the love of God. Got to get back to work on the garden. Bye now.
Bye, Fannie Mae. What a good teacher.